welcome to CCH Healthcare Podcast. I'm Kelly Jackson, and this is Voices of Valor. Today we're at Scarlet Oaks. We're inside their chapel mansion. Yes, there's a chapel inside of the mansion, and we're going to be interviewing Bradley Defoor today. But before we get started with that, I want to remind you about our merch, the merchandise, the Voices of Valor t-shirts. Please order your t-shirts and show your support for our veterans because their stories need to be heard. But without further ado, we're going to bring on Bradley Defoor. Hey,
Hello.
Mr. Defoor, how are you?
Doing just fine.
Okay, good. Defoor, that's Defoor?
O-O-R.
OOR. Okay. Now, where did that name originate from?
France.
From
That's
France.
French.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's on my dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
They came to the U.S. just at the start of the war, the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
And they migrated here. And I am Jewish.
Okay, Jewish.
But that's where it originated from.
Okay.
And grew up here in the States.
Wow. So, you said you and your family, you came to America or you're from here? Or when
They
did you come?
came here from America,
Okay, from France.
from France.
Okay.
Now, I was born in Downey, California.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm California. I'm sorry about
Don't be sorry about that. I love California.
that. Back in the day, I loved it.
So you said Downey, California?
Yeah, Downey,
Okay.
California. They're in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Los Angeles. All right.
And grew up in a small aircraft town
Mhm.
called Lancaster, California, out there in the Mojave Desert. They mainly was Air Force or working for the aircraft industry or for the school system. That's basically all they had.
Okay.
I graduated barely by the grit of my teeth, 8th grade.
Mm.
And I graduated a year early from high school. In other words, I did 4 years in 3 years.
Mm.
I am college educated, but I don't hold a degree yet. I'm working on my doctorate. But that's about to that point.
Mm-hmm.
I was mainly raised by my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into a foster home by choice. She was getting too old for me. I was getting too big.
Mm.
Kind of needed to see what a family atmosphere was like.
Mm.
But that I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen to me after I graduated. So that's why, the urgency to get in the military after graduation.
Okay. Before we get to the military part, so how long before you moved to Cincinnati? Tell us about that.
I didn't move to Cincinnati. I worked for a number of years doing heavy haul, oversized equipment,
Mm.
Across 48 states, Canada, and Alaska. Yes, ice road trucker.
Mm.
And I was pulling an oversized load that was out of California going to Pennsylvania. And I was northbound on 75 when I started choking and I couldn't catch my breath. And I was wanting to try to get to the side of the road and stop the truck before I pass out, so I don't run anybody over.
Right.
Well, I got the tape of my ride, and I passed out before I could stop the truck.
Wow.
I spilt my load. I damaged both truck, trailer, and the cargo. I was flown from, I can't remember the name of the town south of Cincinnati in Kentucky, over to an emergency room in Cincinnati. And that's where I've been ever since.
Wow.
And the accident was January 7th of 22.
Wow. Mhm. That's a lot, buddy. That's a lot. So tell us about when you joined the military or decided to join the military.
A friend of mine was fixing to go in the military. He was wanting to go in the Army, 82nd Airborne, and I thought that would be the trick to do. And as I got started and during boot camp, I was having eye problems. So they was going to discharge me out of the Army. But I went to the Navy and proved, it was just eye problems that can be corrected. So I spent the rest of my time in the Navy. Basically from August of 73 to February of 77. And I loved it. I should have stayed in, but I didn't. Hindsight's perfect. But I was a boatswain's mate. And I mainly did Liberty boats, where, of course, I got assigned to the old man's Liberty boat. That's OCMB, 32-footer.
Oh.
And I would transport basically officers from ship to shore. And then if there was room available, the enlisted personnel. And sometimes it's first come, first serve.
Right.
But was required to operate several other type of small watercraft called an OCMB-6 and an OCMB-8. It's like the great big old cargo boats that you can either call cargo or say, people, like military, what they used in World War II. That you see in movies where they're the front of the boat would drop down and all these soldiers would off to go do their thing. But basically that. And then in the latter part of my enlistment, they transferred me to a AJ A-35 jets. They're in Oceana, Virginia Beach. And we was attached to the ship. The original ship was the USS Nimitz as it first set sail. Well, that was a ride.
Tell us about
it. That ship was massive.
Yeah, I heard of it.
And I loved to roller skate. roller skate and roller rinks.
Mm-hmm.
But I also liked, would roller skate in the streets or on sidewalks, especially if they were smooth, because I went backwards
Mm.
and was the very first person to roller skate on the flight deck of the USS Nimitz.
Wow.
Okay, bragging rights. But after my enlistment, I went into various forms of employment, from harvesting wheat and corn
Mm.
during the summers, and then commercial construction, where did a lot of bridge work, and then road work, where we would lay asphalt on new roads or resurface old roads,
Wow.
and then custom home building, and then driving trucks over the road.
Wow.
And
So,
that's what I did.
so it sounds to me like you got a lot of crafts, like you know how to do a lot of things with your hands.
Yeah, I
Mm.
worked with my hands.
Okay.
I went to school for civil engineering,
Mm.
but I could not handle the shirt and tie. I'm an outdoor person to use
Right.
my hands. Get dirty,
Right. Right.
play in the dirt. So I did construction, and then got into driving the truck over the road, and I've been doing that for about 34 years
Wow.
until my accident.
Right. Right. And that was we heard that. That was really sad right there. And tell us a little bit about, did you get to travel a lot while you was in the military?
Uh, while we were in the Navy, during boot camp, I was supposed to be assigned to go to Sicily, Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw it. But I did get to go to Naples, Italy.
Oh.
And from there, went to various ports, in France, Spain, the Rock of Gibraltar, uh, Egypt, not Sardinia. I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
some of the names of the.
Placement.
But I've been to quite a few ports.
Yeah. Sounds like it. So can you remember your first day, how it was at basic training?
The first day uh, was just trying to get uniforms, get our stuff together, uh, get dusted, for various body critters. We'll just put it like that. And then our bunk assignments, and then trying to get everything put away, beds made, and stand at attention, at ease, salute, march, but in basic, though, to me it was a cakewalk.
Mm-hmm.
It was easy. Physically, there was not that much physical requirement. It was more classroom, because you had to take a lot of classes. So we got instructed, on various subject matters during the course of the enlistment, and then we'd spend time marching and formations and stuff. But I enjoyed every bit of it.
Okay, that's good. That's good to
And
hear.
I'd highly recommend going into the Navy, mainly because of boot camp.
Right, right, right. So you was in the Army first, and then you went into the Navy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
How was the Army?
I was scared,
Hmm.
extremely confused, I don't know, it's just the way I handle and process information. I have a speech impediment, you might be able to tell. Uh, Attention deficit disorder, which was diagnosed with. So I have to do things at my pace that I'm able to. Like math, I took to that like a duck to water. But English, literature, history, I was dead in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was just the mental trying to learn and restructure and how to take orders.
Right.
Just watch everybody else and copy them.
Go from there. So what was your military job when you was in the military?
I operate motorboats.
Okay.
That was basically that, going from ship to shore. Of course, we did have to do some, physical structural repair to the boats and keep them clean and painted.
Right.
Sometimes we have to help out the mechanic, but just going from ship to shore.
Gotcha. Did you ever get to see any action while you was in the military?
No, I got in about the tail end of the Vietnam War, so I didn't get to really see any action.
Okay.
Except for the Marines, when they were on ship. Marines, they're smart, sharp people, and they do know how to fight. Till you get about 3 or 4 beers in them in the bar room, and then it's the Navy that takes over. That's our territory.
Got you.
But we tried to make the best of the situation and go from there.
Good. So tell us, what was some of your most memorable moments when you was in the service?
I'm trying to bring back when I was being transferred to the VA 35 attack squadron there in Oceana, Virginia Beach, was just trying to show up and be there. I had to catch a plane from Lancaster, California, and fly out to Virginia Beach, where they met and picked me up from there. And of course, my squadron at the time was out on aircraft carriers, so I had to wait till they get back in. So in the meantime, I handled mail and ended up getting a top secret security clearance out of that because of sensitive material. And picked up my military commercial license. And then once I got into Italy, you don't want to drive in their streets with them because Italians, they drive with that horn and with their hand. And they use it. But I would also transport our football and soccer team, from ship to shore, and then boats, then the bus, you could say, from the shore landing point onto wherever we were supposed to go for either practice or for a game.
If you can go back into the military and do it all over again, would you?
Yes, I would. I really would. Because if you can get in, and once you get started and, and complete your first enlistment, stay in because you basically got it made. Granted, the pay is not that great, but as you gain rank, you get more pay.
Mm.
And the higher the rank, the higher they pay.
Mm. That's good. That's good. So another question I just had for you. Um, I'm just trying to understand when it comes to the military. So, how was it for you transitioning back to civilian life?
Once I got into civilian life, I felt lost.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to do or where to go because basically I wasn't unprepared for it. And it was a rude awakening
Mm-hmm.
because in civilian life, you either sink or swim. Military life, you kind of sink or swim too. But, it's just the degree of what's available and what you can learn. In the military, like in the Navy, you can get into a particular field or you can transfer
Mm-hmm.
to a particular field quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
In civilian life, you're basically, what can you do?
Right.
And then you go from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a perfect chameleon because I would watch what you would do and then I would imitate you. And then once it clicked in my mind, I was a natural.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. So, how was the food in the Navy?
Aboard the destroyer tender that I was first on, the food was acceptable. This, basic training food was good.
Oh, wow.
But once I got aboard ship,
Mm.
it was not as good as it could be.
Gotcha.
And you got basically what they served you instead of going back for seconds or thirds. They kind of frowned on that. But aboard the Nimitz, there were times that we had surf and turf on Friday,
Mm.
where they would have lobster or steak
Oh,
or
wow.
both.
Okay.
So it turned out pretty good.
Mm.
And if you left hungry, that's your own fault.
Tell us about some fun times that you had on in the Navy besides that roller skating. Now, that sounds fun. But you got any other stories?
Uh, it's I basically road skated to a lot of locations just to see what was to see, because low pay, just starting out, you can't really afford a taxi cab to take you everywhere you needed to go.
When you got off base and stuff.
And met up with an Italian woman.
Okay,
Mm,
okay.
mm, yeah, but they were kind of pulling the scam on the sailors because they wanted to get transferred to get married to
Go
the
to the
sailor,
States.
get transferred to the States, and then a lot of times it's bye-bye.
Once they got here.
Yeah. But
Wow.
she was, yes, she was a looker.
You remember her name?
No, I don't. Not accurately, so we'll just leave it at that.
There you go. There you go. That sounds like you guys had a good time off base.
Well, we tried to make the best of it.
Mhm.
Now, you can either get off ship and go walking around, to the tourist spots and see what they see and experience, like you can pizzerias
Mhm.
were hot. And I love an Italian pizza.
Mhm.
Oh, it is good. And yes, she took me to meet her parents and experienced a 7-course, Italian dinner, and everything was authentic.
Yeah.
But I learned Italian out of necessity. One, so I can
Italiano.
communicate with her, and another one, so I can go to a restaurant
Mhm.
and order knowing what it is that I'm ordering. And so
Mm.
I don't sit there floundering and stepping all over my feet trying to relay things. And I learned a little bit of French,
Okay.
Spanish. When I learned Italian and then Latin, that messed up my Spanish.
Oh, wow.
I spoke more Latin than anything else. So I had to try to relearn.
Mm. So, can you give us a little bit? You still know a little bit of that? Can you give us a little bit? What you got?
No. But I've been working and trying to relearn Hebrew
Okay.
and the language and the prayers and things.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. That's good.
I do what I do. I am a rabbi,
Okay.
but not so much in the strict Orthodox way that
Mhm.
you might be familiar with or see on TV
Mhm.
or naturally comes to mind. Do believe in the Messiah
Mhm.
and who he was and everything, though a majority of the rabbis don't really hold nice to that idea.
Got you. Got you.
But I help teach the differences,
Okay.
when it comes to religious understanding.
Mm, got you. So this has been awesome. I'm learning so much from you today. Um, how long did you serve in the military? I didn't.
4 years.
4 years. Okay. Okay. And let's say if there was a young man that got off track, would you recommend the military for them?
I highly would because going into the military, it gives you a form of structure
Mhm.
to help you structure your mind doing certain things. Like making your bed and how to make your bed. Because if you got up in the morning, how often do you make your bed?
Mhm.
Well, in the military, you got to make your bed. But that's the first thing accomplished. Make that bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
accomplish that. And how to dress, how to present yourself, how to walk, conduct yourself,
Mhm.
and then learning the type of particular trade that you might be going into.
Mhm.
And it gave you a place to sleep, basic, your uniforms and what you would basically need, meals, and a little bit of money to spend.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Defoor, I done learned a lot about you today. Some things that I didn't even know. I appreciate you sharing your story and everything and coming on Voices of Valor. I do before we go, I want to ask you, do you have anything else you want to talk to us about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I have something for you. We're going to be giving all of our veterans a gift, and this is a gift. This is a Voices of Valor T-shirt for
Well,
you,
thank you.
buddy. Because we appreciate you. We appreciate your service, and we just thank you for coming on today. I appreciate you,
Okay.
buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's pretty smart. It's real smart.
Well, we want to thank Mr. Bradley Defoor for coming on today, and I want to thank you for joining us for another episode of Voices of Valor, CCH Healthcare Podcast. And remember, if you see a veteran, shake his hand and thank him for his service, because we can't thank them enough for what they did for us at CCH Healthcare. Have a great one.
I am a soldier and I'm